All right, hello everybody. I think we're live. So this is our first live webinar on YouTube. So please just confirm that the sound is working in the comment, please. So I think you have the comment box on the right side of the video. So we'll use the system during the presentation if you want to ask questions or anything. So just confirm that the sound is working well right now. We forgot to buy the mic in time, so we'll go with the mic of my laptop. So my name is Raff. I'm CTO at Return Magic, and I'm with Clara today. Clara is in charge of merchant success for the merchant who already use Return Magic. I'm sure you already know Clara and you already worked with her in the past. So the goal of the presentation today is to talk about the new return portal that will be launched next Monday. So the coming Monday, actually, Monday the 24th. So we'll present the new features of the return portal. We'll also introduce you to the new style editor. So we have a brand new style editor to change the color, the text, and everything. So I think that was one of the most requested features. So we'll show that to you, and of course we'll answer any of your questions. So yeah, we'll read the comment at the same time. So feel free to just comment live on the video, and we'll make sure to address any topic or question you may have. All right. Anything to add, Clara?
No, I think we're good to go.
Cool.
Excited.
All right, so I'll share my screen. I'll share my screen. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Once again, it's the first time we're live. All right. So first we have our typical Donorco. So that's our Shopify test store. So everything we'll look at today will be in the Shopify ecosystem. But I know some of the merchants who are listening to the broadcast live right now are not on Shopify. So if you have any question about how this could work on other platforms like Magento or even your custom shop, just let us know, and we can chat with you after the presentation. So the first thing I did before the presentation was to create a test order. So right now I'm connected on this store. So I'll go in my account, and the first big improvement that the new return portal will provide is the ability to link the portal and directly for a specific order from anywhere on your website. So on that example, I'm right now in my account. I have my list of previous order, and as you can see, we're able to add a request a return link that will open directly the return portal for the right order. So no need to ask your customers to enter their order number or email address anymore. This link will directly open the right order. You'll be, of course, the app don't change anything in your template, so you will have to work with your developer to create those links wherever you want to put them. We saw a couple of merchants also adding those links in the confirmation email, for example. So directly in the confirmation email, you can add a link that will send the customer to the return portal, the new return portal, to the right order. So if I click on it, the system will open and automatically load this order. So as a customer, I can see my order number, I can see the product that I've ordered, and I can select the item that I want to return. So next step will be to pick a return reason. So a new big improvement that will come, maybe not this Monday, but that will be released also really soon, coming with this new return portal, is the ability to change the text of the return reason. So you will now be able to change a little bit the text. Instead of color, for example, you could decide to call it color or style. So you will have really more control over the return reason. We have this improved view. So for the merchant who are using the portal V1 right now, you can see that this view is really improved based on the customer, based on the feedback of the customer and the merchant. But also we worked really hard with our designer to make sure that everything was super responsive on mobile. So if I switch my view to a mobile device, you will see that, oops, if I go back here, we'll just close that. So now this is the size of a typical iPhone. So you can see that everything works well also compared to the previous return portal V1 was having a little bit of problems sometimes with the responsiveness. So we'll go back on the regular flow. If I click on next, we have this view for the return option. In that case, I only have one option, but we'll showcase a couple of examples where we will have more return option later during the presentation. And if I pick my return option, I see this screen. So this screen is a new screen also in the V2 of the portal, so the new portal, where the customer will be able to see all the information about the return before confirming the return. So if I click on confirm, here we go, we have the confirmation screen and the return is approved. So the rest of the platform, the backend, the API that we're using, the merchant dashboard, everything is the same. So it's really just a new release for the customer flow of the return portal. Clara, do you have anything to add about this first example?
No, I think everyone is really excited to be able to edit the wording of the return reasons. It really was a very highly requested features, and the summary page as well is very exciting because the customer will be able to edit any fields if ever they made a mistake in their return request, and this will kind of restart the process at the step that they're editing, which is a pretty nice feature as well. So,
cool. Do we have any comments right now or question about this first example?
Jeremy is happy about the return reasons. So thank you, Jeremy, for writing to us. And yeah, feel free to send us any questions along the way if you have some, and we'll answer both on the chat and yeah.
Mainly on the chat or by email after.
Yes.
All right, so now we'll go back to my account and we'll see a new really big improvement also about the new return portal. So if I click again on the same order, so I just created, as you guys know, a return for this order. I will click again on request a return, and now I will arrive to a new page that is the active return. So since the system detects that there's already a return, we can see that we see the active return here. I will be able to request a new return if I want and if I still have product to return on this order. But I will also be able to track in real time the status of the order. So the goal of this new feature was really to increase transparency with your customers and to really help you be more transparent about the return process with your customers. So if I click here, the customers will be able to see all the details about the return. We have the real-time tracking. So we have the same step that you will see in your merchant dashboard. We have the same step here. So the requested step, approved, received, and refunded. So this is a first version of the tracking page. We will soon release also real-time tracking with the carrier integration. So basically, the customer will be able to see the carrier information directly here on this tracking page, and the merchant also on your side, you will be able to see the tracking information coming from the carrier. So we're extremely excited about this tracking page. Another thing that was improved is really a basic functionality, but that was not working really well in some browser on the previous version, is that now you can use the native back button from the browser to go back to another step. And you can do the same thing to move forward. So the system is able to keep the track of the state of the return. And let's say I'm at this state and I decide to go back to change the return reason. The flow is really working well, and the navigation is really, I think, really improved. Any question on the chat, Clara?
We have a question concerning the return reasons embedding.
Yep.
I think they want to know how to edit the return reasons. We'll get to it in a minute.
Yeah, good. Yeah, really good question, I think, from Axis. So thank you for the question. We'll show you guys how to personalize everything right after. Just checking my note to make sure we show you guys everything on the return portal. We'll just create a new return for fun, and I'll try to have a policy with the label. All right. So one last improvement: when we generate a label, we'll show the label directly to the customer on the return portal. So here the label was automatically generated in real time. So the same flow will still continue to work. So the label will be sent by email as the system was previously working, but the customer will also be able, if he or she is on the laptop, will be able to print the label directly. All right, so that's a quick intro for the new portal. Now we'll go in our admin section to see what are the improvements from the merchant dashboard point of view. So once again, this is a pre-release version. So this will be available for you guys on next Monday. So Monday, the 24th. And in the meantime, if you have any question, just send us an email or an intercom message, and we'll make sure to address any of your questions. So if I go in the settings menu, we used to have the template editor. That was the area where the merchant were able to personalize the email template, but all the rest of the application, as you guys know, was really fixed. So now if I open the new style editor, we will still have the same information about the email template that we were having. You will see that we changed a little bit the name of the email, and we added a description to make sure that it was clear what email was sent at what moment in the flow. But we've also added 2 new sections. So we really think that most of you guys will be extremely happy about those 2 new sections. So let's start with colors and style. So you can now change by yourself the color and style of the return portal. So no need to ask your dev team or to ask your dev team or to ask Clara to upload custom style to the platform. You'll be really in control and you'll be able to do everything yourself. We also know that some of the websites are having a dark background. So in the editor, we have this dark background mode where you will be able to have a dark background to really pick the best colors. Please note that this will not change the color of your website, of course, nor will change the color of the return portal. So the return portal is embedded with a transparent background. So the return portal will automatically use the background of your website. So this functionality is really just in the editor to help you guys pick the best color. And yeah, that's it. So right now, the option that we have is the title color, so the title across the app, the color of the text that we can change also. We have the input color, so basically the text field. We have the background of the text field that we can change also. And we have the call to action or the button. So we can change the text and the background. Finally, we know that some team will add a menu or will add information on top of the page. So you can also manually edit the padding, the top padding, to make sure that the balance on the page makes sense and that your customer can see the full return portal. So we're extremely happy with this new functionality. Our goal is always to make Return Magic part of your core experience and make sure that the customers feel that they stay in the same experience. We know that for most of you guys, the brand experience is really, really important. So we're happy to announce that you'll be able to personalize everything on your site. I think we have a question.
Yes, we have a question. Monday Superfoods. If the customer wants to change the method of return, is it possible? So it's going to be possible at the confirmation step when they review the information. As I mentioned, all the texts in blue are editable. So they'll be able to click on the refund method and go choose another one. But this might change as well. If they switch from store credit to refund, if your refund has a fee, it'll change the fee as well. So that's how it'll be working. If you have more questions on this, don't hesitate to write to us.
All right. So again, this is the first version of the style editor. So we already are working on a new version that will give you access directly to the CSS. So this will be a paid add-on for the Shopify Plus merchant and the top merchant. But for the merchant that are having developers working with them, you will be able to customize everything using CSS directly in this editor. So once again, if you want to have any information about the CSS editor, just send us an email and we'll be more than happy to have you join the private beta. So let's say I'm amazed by those new colors. I decide to save my portal and I will go back. And as you will see, it's live real time. So we also improved all the caching mechanism on the storefront to make sure that it still is blazing fast for your customers, but that we don't have this 15 or 30-minute delay between the change that you can do, for example, with the return policy or the currency symbol in the backend, and those change to appear on the front end. So you should not see this change anymore. Every time you change a setting in your merchant dashboard, it should be reflected automatically in real time on the merchant dashboard. All right. So the next big feature that we want to show to you today is the text and wording editor. So this is also a really big feature for us. We're super happy to now give you full access to the wording inside of the application. So every single word that is in the application is editable right here. So we have 4 sections. The first section is return requests. So basically, it's everything related to the normal flow. For example, the order search, then the active screen, the select screen where the customer pick their item, the reason of the return, and everything. So everything is here. So we'll do a quick example. So right now, the name of my return polo is, just go to the main screen. The name of my return polo is return and exchange. So I will change it right here. So I will say only returns because the Nord code don't support exchange anymore. All right. So once again, if I go back, the system should update in near real time the screen. So we can now see that the title is changed, and you can do it for all the text you will see in the application, including the text to help the customer find the order number and the email address, for example. So this will also be really helpful for you guys to personalize those texts based on the specific structure of your return number or anything. The next section is everything related to the policy, really. So you can change the name of the different return method, can change the name of the different option for the return fee, same thing for the logistic, and finally, you can change or edit the label for the return reason. So that's, we're really looking forward to see what you guys will do with, I just lost my pencil. We're sorry. We're really looking forward to see what you guys will do with those new functionality. We're super happy, and we're looking for feedback. I think we have a question.
No, I wanted just to add something quickly for the refund method. I know right now we don't support exchanges, so what's going to be pretty interesting is that you're going to be able to change the name of store credits to exchanges if that's something that's better for you, and deal with exchanges that way. So the customer will receive a gift card instead of having to process an exchange manually. So that's one of the things I was really looking forward to getting your feedback on, because it's really it's something that's been somewhat of a problem for some of our merchants, that the exchanges weren't automated. So we're working on it, but in the meantime, that could be a fix. So we'll see how that goes.
Cool. And finally, the 2 last section of the text and wording editor is the confirmation and tracking screen. So confirmation and tracking screen are the confirmation page plus the tracking page with the status that you can change also. So you can edit whatever you want. And finally, the error message. So you also now have access to all the error message to make sure that you write error message that makes sense for your specific business case, and that also makes sense the voice overall with the voice of your brand or the way you want to talk to your customers. So once again, that's a major update. We're extremely happy to bring that update to you. We've been testing internally the new portal for almost 8 weeks now to make sure that everything was working really well. We're extremely confident in the quality of this new portal, and we're really looking forward to have you using it starting next Monday. So if you have any question or anything, please just send us your question on the chat. We're also monitoring the chat in real time. And yeah, and if you have question that you don't want to be public on the chat, also feel just free to send us an email or come chat with us directly in the project. We have this intercom thing where you can chat with Clara and I. So we're really looking forward to have your feedback.
Also a quick thing, so on Monday what will be released is the new style editor with the colors and style. The wording won't be released right away because it's going to be a paid add-on. So it's something that we're working on making available to you, but it should come soon.
Yeah. Cool. Also, maybe we can take 5 minutes to just talk about the other release or other project that we are working on. We want to be extremely transparent with all the merchants that are using the app. So about 3 weeks ago, we just released our open API. So we have a couple of third-party logistics right now that are starting to create integration with Return Magic. So the idea in the future will be for us to be able to support really any kind of logistic that you want to put in place, and make sure that we can help you optimize the costs of the return in terms of the carrier's fee and everything. So we're having an open API now that you can use. So if you're interested by the open API, just once again send us an email. We'll be more than happy to chat. And we will release a couple of big features also next week. So we have a Shippo integration. Some of you guys know that we're working on a new integration that will support international shipment, that will also support real-time tracking of your inventory. So this integration will probably be in private beta starting next week. So if you're interested, just send us an email and we'll make sure that you're on the early list for the Shippo integration. And finally, we will also release next week the ability in the policy editor to customize the warehouse address for each policy. So for the merchant who are doing international processing right now and that are having, for example, one warehouse in Montreal for all the Canadian order and one warehouse in the US for all the US-based order, you will now be able in the policy editor to direct all the package to the Canadian warehouse if the customer is in Canada, and to the US warehouse if the customer is in the US, for example. Or to ship everything to a store, for example, for a specific SKU, but to ship everything to your warehouse for other SKU or other type of product. So that's also the kind of thing that you will be able to do.
We have a question, but I'm not sure I understand it properly. It's access on return reason embedding on the website. Maybe to add their own return reasons, or?
Yeah, I'm not sure to understand the question. Maybe the question is about the policy here when you can edit your return reason. So at this point, you cannot yet add return reasons. That's something we are working on right now. You can just edit the label of the return reason. So basically, how they will appear to the customer. Sorry, in your dashboard, they will still be called apparel too small or apparel too large, for example. But we are working really hard to also improve the system.
Okay.
And if we did not answer to your question, just send us an email. We're not sure to understand exactly the question.
Brittany is asking us when the Shippo integration will be live.
So we are finishing testing the Shippo integration right now. We will probably launch in private beta next week. So send us an email after the presentation if you want to be on the early list of merchants that will test this feature.
Sorry. So he was asking about I think the deep linking.
Oh yeah. So for the deep linking, basically, the new portal will still be, of course, at the same address, so /a/return. But you now have the opportunity to pre-fill the form by passing URL parameters. So if I go on /a/returns, the form will be empty. But if I add a parameter, for example, email equals raff@alveo.io, please don't send me any spam. So we can see that there's a problem with the color that I've picked, but we can see here that my email is already pre-filled in the dashboard. I can also do the same thing with the order. So if I write order, and let's say I write, I think the order number is 1393. So if I add order 1393, the order will be pre-filled, and if I add both information, so if I have my order and my email address, the system will open automatically the order. So I will not have to enter any information in the form. So if you want to personalize, for example, the account section, you can come in your Shopify store, and I'll do a really quick demo right now, but we can help you. We will have live starting Monday. We'll have an article in the Help Center guiding you to the process. And of course, we can also help you on one-on-one if you need help. But I can do a quick example. So I can come here to customize my theme. And I will need to use the advanced editor. And for example, in the customer, let's say customer account is the file we are looking for. So I was able to just add right here a link to say /a/return and order, and then I will use the liquid code from Shopify to pass my order number. I could do the same thing with the email address, for example, or any other information. So directly in the liquid file, we can do it like this. Another example is in the when I view one specific order. So here we also added a link if I view one specific order to request a return. So if I go back, my computer just froze. Oh, if I go back here, sorry, I will just. All right, sorry about that.
Let's go share our code.
I think we have a problem with the video. Oh, I think we're back. Sorry about that. So we were saying we're showing an example on how to add a link to the order view and the order list. So here I have my request a return, and if I click on the order number, I also have my link request a return here. So we can see the URL is /a/return, and then we have the order 1393. So that will deep link the customer directly to the return portal for this specific return.
Cool.
So that was what we wanted to share with you guys today. Please send us any comments. That's the first time we do such a webinar. We're super excited to share everything with you guys, and we're really hoping to have feedback to see what was good about the presentation, what we should improve for next time, and just to know if you see value in those kinds of webinar. And of course, we're really looking to have feedback about all those new features. So please, either right now or starting Monday, send us feedback and let us know what we shall improve, what's working well. We are super excited about this project release. Yeah. So thank you very much, and we'll talk soon.
Thanks, everyone.